Howdy. Yay, I'm live. All right. All right. Hopefully people can find me. So today is Sunday, November 1st. I can hardly believe it's November already. It is ugly outside. I mean, it is sideways sleet right now. Gray and ugly. So I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but it's nice to just be in a snuggly house right now. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. I hope I logged on once and then it didn't work. So this is actually our do-over. So hopefully people didn't give up after the first one didn't go through. So I don't know what you all have been sewing, but I have been working on those doll clothes a lot. I have a little t-shirt from earlier today. I used some of that Cricut infusible ink, and I don't know if I'm really going to like it or not, but I'm going to put it out here so you can maybe see it a little bit better. I'm not sure I like it on this fabric, but it does say beautiful. Not sure what I think about that, but I'm going to try it. It's just doll clothes. It's a perfect time to just try it. So I just need to put the Velcro on the back of that one, and then it's ready for the next doll outfit. So I'm playing with dolls, guys. It's pretty fun. All right, let's see who else is here. Hi, Brenda. Wave back. Hi, Verena. I'm glad you found it. You're making a LBD from jersey. Is there a difference from jersey knit, rayon jersey, and jersey? Jersey is like a type, okay? So if you say it's a rayon jersey, that means it's a jersey, but it's a rayon jersey. So every one is going to have a little bit different feel to it. Rayon jersey tends to be sort of real stretchy and like can grow on you when you hang it up. But just depends on what, they're all jersey knits. So it just depends on what they're made of. Most jersey is pretty close to the same, but yes, there is a difference. Rayon usually has a little spandex in it. So rayon spandex jersey is real, like when you hang it, it sort of pulls down. So you want to make sure that you like leave it hanging overnight before you hem, just to make sure that it doesn't grow on you too much. I've had that happen with a few things. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I love doll clothes. It's so much fun. I'm going to have to go back to people clothes here this week later, but I'm having a good time right now. I'm hoping to get 6 outfits done for each one of my grandkids. So that's 36 outfits. So I have, let's see, I have about 6 done right now. So I've got some sewing to do. Teresa finished 10 bowl cozies. Fun. Those look really good. I noticed Made for Mermaids has a free pattern. If you probably have one, but if anybody's looking for one, they do have that. Oh, let's see. 3 drawstring purses halfway done. Wow, you're going to town. That's awesome. I've got purses to make too. Yeah, it's going to be a homemade Christmas, and it's, you know what? I love it. It's so much better than going out and spending a bunch of money. And, you know, they are not going to remember that I went out and bought them the latest video game. They're going to remember that I sewed them doll clothes. So, yeah, I'm having a good time. I sure hope they like them. Hi, Dee. Nice to see you. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you from Canada. Donna says, when you cut out interfacing, is there a grain you have to follow? Yeah, I usually follow the same grain as I do with the layout. So, you know, you don't really want to cut it cross grain. If it's not stretch, it's probably okay to cut it the opposite way. But if with knit interfacing, there's definitely that's 2-way stretch. So you want to make sure that you know, have the stretch going around the body for sure. Oh, let's see. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. You're making an Oakley vest. Oh, I want to see that. Quilted black denim. I love, 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 love. I need to make myself one. I've been saying that forever, and I really just need to do it. I bought some, or I didn't buy it. I saw some Sherpa at Hobby Lobby, and it was $14, which is high for fabric there, but if you use your 40% coupon when it's not on sale, then it's doable. And you don't need very much for Oakley either, like a yard maybe. So yeah, I need to do that. Hi, Teresa. Psyching yourself up to tackle the, oh yes, I really want to make an NCW too. I've got all the stuff, all the hardware, and I just have never done it. So maybe we should have a race. See who does one first. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see you. Yes, it's windy here too. And so more is coming your way because I'm in Toledo. So yeah, it's ridiculously windy. And it was actually, there were little teeny snowflakes. After church, we stopped at Kohl's to get this vacuum that we were looking at. And it was sideways sleet. The little teeny, teeny, tiny snowflakes. Yeah, it's November, y'all. All right. Hi, Rhonda. Nice to see you from Nebraska. You're the one sending us all this weather, aren't you? Hi, Chris. Good to see you, Lisa. Lisa made a Sloan sweatshirt of the same Walmart gray fabric that I bought. The one that's velour on one side and regular on the other. Ooh, which side did you have up, Lisa? Because, I was thinking you could do like the what's supposed to be the inside, the not velour, for like the whole thing except like the yoke, and then you could do that in velour. That'd be really pretty. Or maybe do the band in velour or opposite, whatever. I do think that you could do some fun, like sort of self color blocking with that. Oh, Sarah got the Hobby Lobby Sherpa. That's her next one. Cool. Anessa, hi. Nice to see you too. And how did was it your son that liked Bendy? Did that go over really well with Trick or Treat? That was really cute. Hi, Eva. Nice to see you. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you too. Hi, Ruth. Nice to see you. What part of Central Texas are you in? That's my sort of stomping grounds. I lived in Conroe, and my brother's in San Antonio, and I want to go back. I really want to go back someday. All right, Lisa, use the velour on the main, then made the band on the regular side. Ooh, that would look good. Barbara says, I'm watching TV. I can talk on my cell phone. That's fun. Oh, you've got me on your TV? Wow. You don't want to do that. That's funny. Kathy, hi Kathy from Northeast Pennsylvania. Our weather's coming your way. Not too good right now. Let's see. Hi, okay, Lisa, turned out nice. It's warm and cozy. That just sounds amazing. I'd like to make one like that. Hi, Ruth. You're in Gerald. I know where Gerald is. Yeah. Good. My niece used to live in Austin, and my brother, for a while, was the postmaster in Round Rock. So, yeah, just miss it there. I have not seen my brother for almost a whole year because the last time we were there was Thanksgiving last year. So we're trying to figure out a way to go down this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It's something we're praying about. My husband's, it's not so much the money because we would just spend it because it's family, but it's whether or not being gone that long when he might have job interviews. So I don't know. We'll see. But then we thought about that too, and not many companies are going to call people in for job interview over Thanksgiving weekend. So it might be just fine. And I really want to go because I miss my Texas family. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, that was the very first time I tried that ink, Chris. I don't think this is the correct fabric to use it on, and I only just used regular like inkjet paper. So on 2 strikes, it's not what it's supposed to look like. But I don't know, for a doll, it's not bad. I don't know if I would want it to be that hard to read on me, but you know, the kids aren't really going to care. It's got a bee on it. I thought that was cute. Um, the difference between velour and stretch velvet, not a lot. I think velvet is maybe a little tighter nap. I don't know if maybe anybody knows and you can correct me, but I believe that the velvet is just like velour. Maybe it's kind of a type of velour, I think. And then it's just a tighter nap. Like I think velour is a longer nap. I could be wrong. Hi, Eva. Red, white, and blue LDT dress. Ooh, that sounds cool. Oh, you're going to wear it to work the election. That's awesome. You are going to have a long day. I think I was asked to work the polls this year, and I actually told them I couldn't because of, you know, just things going on. And I didn't think I could really sit that long with my knee and stuff. But I wanted to. I always wanted to do that, and I could have this year, but it just wasn't the year for me. Maybe next year, or maybe yeah, maybe next year, 4 years from now, whatever. Let's see. Anessa says she loved the costume and was only a little bit sad that only a couple people knew who he was. But everybody loved the costume. I didn't know Bendy. I never heard of Bendy before I saw your costume. So it's just us old people that aren't up with things, I guess. What's the difference? Oh, I already answered that. Okay. Let's see. Creative Grammy. Hi, aloha to you too. Are you in Hawaii? That's awesome. Hi, Kathy. It's raining and cold, but supposed to dry out sometime tomorrow. That would be nice. Where are you? I don't know if it's supposed to dry out yet tomorrow. I heard it's going to be even colder and uglier tomorrow, so we'll see. It's intermittently the sun tries to come out. You can probably see through the window. It's really ugly out there. When I started sewing up here after church, it was literally sideways sleet. So it was really ugly. Hi, Kim H. Nice to see you. All right. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you too. Oh, yes. You're the one who you mentioned your weather is heading to us. Yes. Somebody said aloha, though. I was wondering if she was in Hawaii. But yeah, I did. I guess maybe it's so hard to like remember who said what when you're just trying to watch the stream. So I apologize if I messed that up. Okay, 2 questions. What do you use your heat press for? I use my heat press mainly for heat transfer vinyl to put like vinyl on t-shirts, you know, to put the designs on the t-shirts. And I also use it, which is not what I bought it for, but I've discovered that if you take your interfacing and you know spritz it, if it needs steam, you just spritz it a little bit, and you can like fuse your interfacing just like really straight and nice and even with the heat press. So I do that a lot of times too. I still use the iron once in a while because you know, if it's hot, I'm upstairs and this room gets super hot. So once in a while, I don't turn on the heat press, you know, if just for that. But I like to use it because it's like the interfacing is just super nice and even. And you know how sometimes it'll ripple or whatever. It's just nice, flat and nice. Almost like you block fused it, but didn't. All right. I mentioned a sewing book. What was the name of it? I've mentioned several. were you talking about the swatch book? Or were you talking about the one that I got from Janet Prey that has a lot of techniques in it? I'm not sure which one you mean, but one was called the Islander Sewing System. That was the one by Janet Prey that has a lot of like tricks and techniques in it. And then the swatch book has all this different type of fabric, and you can go through and feel the fabric, and then helps you identify things, which is really helpful. Hello from Jerusalem. Oh my goodness. Hello, Nikki. Oh, that's cool. Trying to motivate myself to sew. I think I would love to go to Jerusalem someday. That's sort of a wish list item for me. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but I would love to see just the Holy Lands in general. I just really want to go someday. The techniques book. Okay, you know what? I'll jump up and get it here in a minute and show you what it looks like. I bought it at a sewing expo. So, but I know that Islander Systems has their own website and even their own Facebook page, so you could probably get it from there. All right. Oh, thank you, Chris. I do love the doll clothes. It's more fun than you ought to be able to have. Let's see if I missed anybody. Hello from Michigan. Hi, Chris. Chris Renee. It's snowing today. Yeah, you must be a little bit up north, huh? Putting you in a festive mood. So you're watching Christmas movies today. Oh, that's cool. I actually started watching them. They came on Friday night, or last Friday night, and I've watched 3 or 4 of them already. I'm so bad. I love them. I watch them all year. But yeah, that helps me want to sew stuff, for Christmas. It really helps. I think that's true for any of us. I love to have, once in a while, I'll have a friend come over and, or a couple of us or whatever, and we'll just sit here and work on crafts together and watch Christmas movies. It's fun. Yes, Brenda, I'm with you. Tell me when you go. Maybe I'll go with you. I want to go so bad. Hello, Linda. Good to see you from Missouri. Yeah. So, y'all, not going to be political. I'm just going to say whatever it is that you're passionate about, or whoever you're passionate about, go vote if you haven't already. That's going to be my only political thing. It's a right that we have that we should never take for granted. So go and vote. And I'm not going to say who I'm going to vote for or anything else, but go vote. Hello, Danita. Good to see you too. Awesome. So I guess I'll give you my tip, all right, for today, which isn't a very much of a tip, but there is, most machines or some machines come with a foot that looks like this. I'm going to get up and show it and put it close to the camera, like this. I'm hoping it's, see that? Okay. That is a quarter inch foot, okay? So what that does is it keeps you, so your seam allowance is always 1/4 of an inch. Well, this is really handy. I only thought ever quilters used them. And I think that, if you want to be really, really exact that you have a 1/4 inch seam allowance, you should use it. I don't really quilt, so those of you that are quilters are probably rolling your eyes like, yeah, duh, I use it every day, right? But I'm just going to say that if you sew any doll clothes, they're so tiny that the seam allowances make a huge difference. So this is really helpful for that. That's my tip today. And my sewing machine that I just got came with one. I can't quite figure out exactly, but it like follows the curve, which is kind of cool. It's like it has a curved guide so that, you know, you can go along and follow the curve, which is kind of cool. Anyway, that is my tip for today. It isn't very big, but I've given you guys so many, I feel like I don't really, but I'll just repeat after a while. But that's one, you know, I was thinking I'm doing dowel clothes, and I think that's one really big tip I would give you. The other tip I would give you is to hem your sleeves before you sew up the side, because they're so tiny that you're never gonna, you know, get your sewing machine in there. I did this lattice edge on the serger, you know, and I didn't sew the sides, or I did sew the side seams first, and then I was kind of mad at myself. So yeah, always hem these sleeves first and then sew it up. And yeah, you know, it's not going to be neat right here under the armpit, but who cares, right? It's just for dowels. Let's see what everyone's saying. Hello, Madeline from Greece. Nice to see you here. Oh, I would love to come. And if I ever come, I'm going to look you up, Nikki. I just don't know when it's ever going to happen. We keep trying to plan trips, and they keep getting moved for whatever reason. So I've so far canceled 2 vacations this year, and if we end up not going to Texas, that'll make it 3. So I was supposed to go to Mexico in March, and then I was supposed to go to Texas to see my brother, just me, not my husband. I was supposed to go like the week after Easter, and that didn't happen because of COVID. And then now I don't know what's going to happen on Thanksgiving, and that's all because of COVID, every single one of those. So I'm ready to go travel somewhere. Just, you know, just get away. All right. Fun. Let's see. I have an edge foot. Yes. Yep. Very cool. Okay. I think that's what that is. The curved one that I told you about, I believe that's an edge foot. Oh, thank you. This is the Canyon Cardigan from Love Notions. And it's just sewn in a sort of a thicker French terry. This is from Minerva. It's one I did a blog post for Minerva for. Love it. And it's different kind of Canyon cardigan because they're usually more flowy. But there's 2 views, one that's sort of straight and just has the pleat in the back. And that's the one view that I did. But because it's in this French terry, it doesn't like flow as much. So it kind of feels like a jacket, but it's nice and warm, and it felt really good to wear in church today because it was cold in there. Let's see. A foot from Claire Rowley called a satin foot. It's adjustable. Oh, wow. Cool. Magic foot. Okay. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look it up. Hi, Ella. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Minerva Fabrics, and it's got, oh, it's really hard to see, I think, from far away, but it's got like a deep wine and coral, and then like an aqua. So it's really, you could wear it with a lot of different things. And it kind of reads pink from far away, but it's coral and aqua. So I love the colors in it. A lot of times when we do blog posts for Minerva, they send us this list of fabrics, and you really don't know. Just by like one picture, it's kind of hard to know what it is. It's just, there's this just huge list of fabrics, and you pick what you want. And a lot of times it's really difficult. So you never actually really know what you're getting. And then usually it's all been good though. I've gotten lots of nice fabric from Minerva. I do have a straight stitch plate for my sewing machine. I'm afraid to use it though, because I don't straight stitch all that much. Only when I'm doing wovens, which I do wovens. It's not like I don't, but I'm afraid if I put it on there, I'll forget, and then I'll go to do knits and I'll put it on my little narrow zigzag, and it won't work with that. So, but yeah, I do have it, and it's easy to change. You just, on this machine, you just pull that out and it pops right up. Take it in and out. So, pretty easy. But it's just, I don't know, I just don't. I've found that with using a hump jumper, most of the times you can keep it from pulling down in there anyway. Hello, Patricia. Good to see you. Hello, Tamara. Yes, I love pink too. This is the Canyon Cardigan. Tamara, I don't know if you were in here yet when I was saying it's from Love Notions. It's called the Canyon Cardigan, and I think it's the first view. The second view has like this cascadey neckline, but this one is just the straight band style. Danita has a question. I'm considering how to document my makes. Any tips on it, like making a notebook? I'm thinking it should have pictures. Let's see, maybe I can show you what I do. Let me pull it up. I use Trello. Okay, I use Trello. I'm gonna turn it around like this so you can see. Maybe you can see, I don't know. I'm gonna stand up here. Okay, so I have each of the boards is a month. So this is January, everything I made in January, February. This was supposed to be vacation stuff, and it never really got finished because I didn't go. And here's March, here's April, and I document everything, tests everything. Here's May, and then here's June. And then this red means that it's done. So if I go over here to October, here's all my October makes that I just shared. And then the green label means that it's cut out and I need to work on it. And then this is all stuff that I want to do in November. And then I have inspiration and leftover projects. So these are like the UFOs. And then just some projects that my granddaughters want to do with me. So I keep all my sewing organized like that. Then I have a similar board for my Cricut projects. I hope you could see that. Actually, while I'm up, I'm going to grab that book. Okay. Let me get set back up here. It all fell apart. Okay. Back to, all right. Here is that book that you were asking about. And this is the Islander sewing system. And it has, just different tricks on how to do things. And if you go to their either website or Facebook page, you probably can order it. So, and it looks like it's one, so that must mean there's more too. All right. Alrighty, let's see. Hopefully that helped. It's called Trello. Here, I'll put it in here. I put the link to their website because you can also do it online. If you don't have a tablet, you can do it online. Or you can do it on your phone. Oh, no problem, Kathy. Hopefully you guys could see that okay. I didn't have like a monitor of any kind, so I wasn't sure. Melissa, hi, from Snowy, Michigan. She's working on her first Love Notions pattern this weekend, the Sonata dress. I'm slow, but it's coming along beautiful. Oh, thank you very much. I love the Sonata. I made a Sonata actually. I just made dowel clothes from the scraps yesterday. It was a pinstripe, like almost like a seersucker print from summertime, and it had an embroidered bottom. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was beautiful, beautiful fabric. So, oh, let's see. Rhonda, a spiral notebook. Okay, that works too. Yep. Put in fabric swatches. You know, I think there's a company or two that sell sewing planners and journals, which would be nice too. But I like having that with me because if somebody says, oh, remember when you made that thing for I'm able to pull up a picture if I need to show somebody something. Like they'll say, I wonder, do you know a good pattern for this or whatever? And because I sew so much, I'm able to pull that up and show people. So, I like having it with me all the time. Or if I'm at Joann's and I'm in there. A lot of times I go into Joann's and they remember me, because I'm in there a lot, and they'll say, what'd you end up making with that fabric? And I'll pull it up and show them. So it works out really well. You do have to really keep it up though. I also use that for my sewing or my fabric stash. I use Trello, and I also use it for my Cricut projects. And I also am doing my Christmas list on there. For the last couple years I've done that. So that works out really well too, because you can also share it with somebody. So like I share it with my husband, and then if he buys something, he adds it there, and so there's a lot of really cool things you can do. Hi, Katie. Good to see you. Hi, Allison. It's ugly here too. I don't know if you guys could hear a few minutes ago, there was like ice on my window. Just not ready for that yet. Not at all. I still feel like it's summer because I don't feel like we had summer because we were just stuck inside. And speaking of that, you in the UK, Allison, you're stuck again, aren't you? I just heard that they went on a 1-month lockdown. Are you locked down, or are you an essential worker and able to get out? Strictly Come Dancing. Oh, what is that? You have to, I love British shows, so you'll have to tell me about it. I doubt we can get it though. Cool. So Trello is a really good program just to organize anything. You can also do that with recipes, menus, anything. You could, if you were planning a wedding, it'd be a great resource to plan your wedding. But I'm not planning any weddings anytime soon. All my kids are married, so thank God. Because, yeah, that was a lot. Verna says she's in Arizona. It'll be in the 90s for the next week. I'll trade. I would love to get some of your cold weather. I just made a Sloan out of French terry, and it's too warm to wear yet. Yeah. I think my bones would do a lot better in Arizona. But there's these 6 little faces that wouldn't be there, and it'd be really hard to move away. Like I think it'd be really hard even to move back to Texas, because even though I'd have my family, my side of the family, I still wouldn't have my grandkids. So we're hoping that he gets a job close to Toledo. Not ready to make a move yet. I think that we'll probably someday end up having to go south somewhere because of my joint issues, but not yet, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. It's just, you don't know what God's going to do with this job thing, you know. It's just, I always say, God always opens the door whenever he, you know, whenever he closes a window, he opens a door. But, you know, it's not real fun to be in the hallway. So um, it's just a weird time right now. And it's a real weird time to be looking for a job with the election next week and the corona. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Businesses are closing, which is why he got laid off in the first place, because he's a structural engineer, and he was not only the lowest guy on the totem pole as far as seniority, but he's also the most expensive, so he got laid off. And people just aren't building things, they're not planning projects. So, but you know, we know God's got it in control, and we're just hoping that he keeps us here for a little while yet, because our grandkids are still really little. All your grandchildren are out of state. Oh, that'd be hard. I really am thankful that they're close by, but I just can't imagine not being able to see them all the time. Oh, now the sleet's starting there, Elizabeth. Yeah, yeah, it is ugly out there, but it doesn't have to be ugly in here, though, right? It's the sun is shining on the inside. That's the way I always look at it. So actually, the SON is shining on the inside. So, yeah, we're starting to feel normal at our church again. We had about 50 people, which we normally have about 200, but you know, a lot of people are watching from online. We have it live on Facebook, but you know, there's some of the chairs are filled finally, and yeah, it's just different because we don't do as many songs as we used to. Since we're live now, we keep it to an hour, and you know, I'm the worship leader, so we used to do like 6 songs, and now we'd only do 3, so it's really different, but not bad different though, I don't think. But it's just be nice to see everybody better. And also, you can hardly tell if people are smiling or not behind the masks. It's like, are you smiling or frowning at me? I can't tell. Aw. Yes, Katie. The grandkids are staying with you. I get it. So get it. Yeah, I just, you know, the older ones, I feel like they'll travel, and pretty soon they're going to be too busy for me to see me a lot anyway. You know, once they're teenagers, they really start having their own lives, and it's the way it should be. But my littlest is only 3, so I don't want to leave them. So I don't know. We'll see. God does. Be an awful lot of work. So anyway, so I was curious how many of you guys have either Cricuts or Scan and Cut or Silhouette or what's the other one? The Janome. I know there's a Janome one. I can't remember what they call it. Do most of you have them, or only a few? I'm trying to see if I should make that part of this channel or start another one, like I said in the video. I know that I did that video about photography last Christmas. If you haven't seen it and you want to know how to take better pictures for the holidays, it's back in the 12 days of Christmas thing that I was doing. And I did a video where I basically taught a workshop that I used to teach when I owned a photography business. And when I did that, there were a lot of people that were saying, other vloggers that said, oh no, you shouldn't do that because you should stay in your niche, and or niche, and you don't want to alienate people. So I don't want to do that with, you know, doing some projects with iron-on and that kind of thing. I don't want to lose people. So I just don't know whether it's something that all of you guys want to see, because if that's the case, then I'll like maybe do one a month or something like that. If it's something that you don't want to see, you know, that doesn't apply to 90% of the people, then I'll probably just start another channel, just keep it smaller and do, you know, just once a week or something like that. So let me know. Okay, good to know, Kim. Okay, Donna's a no. Anne has a scan and cut. Yes, absolutely, a heat press is worth the money. I kind of almost wish I had the Cricut Easy Press now, just because it seems like it's easier to store. But my monster heat press I got from Amazon, it was $179. It works fabulously, and I've had it now for probably 8 or 10 years. It's great. I used to make t-shirts every week and for my bride and groom. So I made Mr. and Mrs. T-shirts for them with their wedding date on them. And I used to do that. That was my gift to them on their wedding day. So I bought that while I was, you know, still doing weddings, because I needed to get them done. And it was a lot more expensive to have it sent out than to, you know, just do it at home. And you don't want to give them something that's not going to stick, because iron-on without a heat press, unless you're really, really meticulous about it, it can fail. So, so I bought it then, and I use it. It is so worth the money. So just, I would say yes, it's worth the money. All these machines, it'd be really hard to prioritize, you know. But I think the lowest on my list of needs would be the cover stitch, and then, but it's great to have, you know. So, but the musts would be, of course, first the sewing machine and the serger, and then probably like a cutting machine and the heat press, and then the cover stitch. That would be my order, but it just depends on what you do most of. So. Oh, good. Oh, that's right, Ellie. You're the one who emailed me about what kind of vinyl to buy. I did get a deal on Caesar Easy Weed on Amazon the last time, so you can check there. I think it was $11 for a roll, so that's not too bad. Okay, Lisa, thank you. Yeah. Let's see, Rhonda. Yeah, and it's probably a, you know, a good time to cover that a little bit, just because you might get one for Christmas. So, you know, it might be something that you would ask your husband to get you for Christmas. So it probably would be a good time to introduce that a little bit more. I think I did a brief one with my silhouette, like maybe a year and a half ago or something, where we did the pirate shirt. You remember? I don't know if you've seen that video. I did a little pirate shirt, and I put I'm a pirate or something on it for my grandson. Pressure adjustment. Yes, you're right. The pressure adjustment with that Easy Press from Cricut is just how hard you press it down. So it's kind of subjective, you know, because like my pushing something down is not that much pressure compared to my husband pushing something down, you know. So it's, yeah, you're right. It is a lot better in that respect. The swatch book is called Fabric for Fashion. Okay, I'll go get that one now. I should put my shelf right here. Oops. Sorry, my knees are making me slow. All right, so this is two companion books. Okay, this is Fabric for Fashion, and it has all different kinds of fabric and, you know, what the weave is and how it's used and all that good stuff. And this one goes with it, Fabric for Fashion, the swatch book. And then when you open it up, I don't want it to hit the microphone. Here we go. When you open it up, it's got fabrics swatches here. So it's really nice. There's a ton of different ones in here. I have noticed though that some of them, like they've updated the names of some things, and like you don't find like double brush poly in there. It's called something else. But you know, if you can kind of read between the lines, it could be updated. I think they should update it. That's my opinion, but it's still good. I like it. It'll give me the care instructions and all that stuff for the fabric, which is what I want. So, all right, let's see. Catching up here. Hi, Alberta. Okay, thank you. So a lot of you would like to see that. All right, I got a Cricut Maker last Thanksgiving, and you haven't tried it yet? Oh, it's so easy and fun. Compared to the Silhouette, it is so user-friendly. That's the one thing, the reason that I switched is because I wanted to be untethered from a laptop. I spent 19 years editing photographs on a laptop every single day. So I wanted to untether from a laptop, and the Cricut Design Space you can do all on an iPad. So that is wonderful to me. And I can, you know, I do all my video editing and everything on the iPad. So, yeah, it works great. I mean, I'm so far so happy that I got the Cricut. I gave my Silhouette to my daughter-in-law. So hopefully she'll use it. I had another Silhouette before, like the original Silhouette Cameo, and I gave that to my daughter. She still hasn't used it. And then I gave the Silhouette Cameo 4 to Jamie, and she hasn't used it yet either. So I wish they'd use them. But instead they say, hey Mom, will you help me make this or that? And then they come over and we do it on mine. So I don't know. I was hoping maybe they'd learn. There you go. Well, I'm going to oblige you. 2 videos, Tamara. I think I'm trying to figure out where to start. I don't want to bore people, but I think I'm just going to start like, okay, what does it do? And, you know, how would you use it in a sewing setting? And I'm going to show then how to do iron-on. And then, you know, I might branch away from just what you do on clothes if I start a second channel. If I do it here, I may show a little bit of that stuff, but I'll try to keep it to what we just will use on clothes. There is a lot just on that, and I probably do 90% of what I do like that. But it was just so easy. Like yesterday, I had my grandkids coming over, and I know that there's a lot of kids who were not trick-or-treating because of COVID. And so there were maybe a handful of kids at church that we know that I really wanted to give candy to. So I like real quick cut these little bag toppers, and they were adorable. You know, put a bag of candy, and you know, they were done, and it was all on the Cricut. So it was wonderful. Really love that. Let's see. Oh, Allison, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. That's a long time, and I'm afraid that's going to happen here too. But we'll see. There's a lot of people here that are just really so sick of it. I'm not sure they'd obey. I really am not. But I just, you know, we need to do what we need to do to get rid of this thing. That's my opinion. I just want it gone. Hi, Jan. Thank you. Hello, Jana. Nice to see you. Is your name is Holiday? I love that. I never noticed that before when you've been on, that your last name is Holiday. What a great name. So, anybody have questions about sewing or anything? So with you, every day is a holiday, right, Jana? Well, Allison, we're going to try and keep you cheery with our sewing videos and our chats. We're going to, in the Facebook group, stay connected. And I think, you know, when we had the lockdown, one thing I promised myself, and for the most part I did, I got up and I, you know, washed my face, I got dressed, I put makeup on, I put earrings on, you know, as if I was going somewhere. And it really helped my frame of mind. You know, later on in the day, did I take all that stuff off and lay on the couch? Yeah, I did. But it just, I don't know, it just did something for my mind to like get up, and not that you need to like put makeup on and all that every day. If you don't usually do it, then don't do it. But just do whatever your normal routine is and just feel as normal as you can. And that's what really helped me a lot, because otherwise, like, I think in 2 months I left once, maybe. It was, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to do that again, but we'll see. I don't have a Juki 2000. I have a Juki 1000, Verna. And yes, I am doing the review. That actually will be my next video. I was going to do that on this past Friday, but I just looked at my October makes and thought I really should share them this month, because I haven't done that in a really long time. And it was a prolific month. I had a lot to show. And some months I think, well, why would I do that? Because I've already shown you guys everything. But there was a lot that I hadn't shown you last month. So some that I had, but I just thought it would be a good time to do that. But actually, probably Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the Juki MO 1000 review. And I do have, I have a mixed review of it. Mostly good. But there are a few little quirks that I kind of wish were different. But compared to my last serger, it's a dream. Yeah, just a dream. The threading is so easy. But I do have a couple of like suggestions I would give Juki. So, but I'll save that for my review. But I really love it. I almost, if I had to be without a machine, I don't know, maybe not. I think that I couldn't be without either one, my sewing machine or my serger. Sergers make such a huge difference. And I sew a lot of knits, so I think that's why for me it makes a lot of sense for me to have one, you know. I never had one I sewed probably 45 years without a serger. So, it's not that you can't sew without one, but I feel like it's probably some of the best money I've ever spent, for sure. Oh, good. Well, I've owned 2 different ones, actually 3 different ones, and I can tell you that the one I'm reviewing is heads and tails above the other ones. Oh, bless you too, Sharon. Thank you. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. In Chicago, you're locking down again? Oh. How long did they say? Oh, yeah, we just, I think that's why I started these lives. And I think for me, it's been a real, it's fed my soul a lot to hang out with you guys online. And just the connectedness I feel to other people who sew and have the same concerns as I do. Just, all the ways we communicate, through the channel. It's enriched my life a lot. So I thank you all for that. Absolutely, Alberta. Yeah, if I was going to be on a desert island, I'd want my serger and my sewing machine. Because, even if I didn't have fabric, I could sew leaves together. That would be interesting. But, it really is the most important. Hello, that looks like some Greek. I don't know what it says, but hello. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Does it maneuver fabric easier? Lisa, going around curves on a serger is never going to be easy, but it is easier than my Janome was. It's just less clunky, if that makes any sense. My Janome was kind of a clunky. It was heavy duty, and it made a lot of noise, and maneuvering was iffy, But this one is more light. It's not lightweight by any means, but it's fast, but it doesn't have a speed adjustment, but your foot, so you can slow it down and it'll still go through things, because like the old one, if I slowed down it wouldn't go, so yeah, I think maybe it is a little easier, but it's never going to be easy on a serger, unfortunately. Ah, good. I'm glad that you're happy with my recommendation, Patricia. Well, you'll have to jump on in the comments on the review if you have anything to add, Patricia, as far as what your experience has been. Moda Stitch pink quilts for, oh, how nice. Yeah, I'm always behind. That is like the one thing. I'm always behind in what I say I'm going to get this done. I always like have these grand ideas, right, of what I'm going to get done. And then, it just doesn't happen that fast, and it frustrates me. Not that I'm so slow or anything. It's just that I have so many things I want to do, and I'm talking about all areas of life here. But sewing, I have UFOs, and I have UFOs. I'm sure everybody does, right? But I do get a lot of things done, but still not enough for me. So whatever. If we do go to Texas, I've got a couple of things I've got to sew fast before we leave, because I usually, when we go for Thanksgiving, I take all the Texas gifts with me. So yeah, I got to get going on that. As far as, yeah, Nessa, I wouldn't add it to side seams or anything, but you could add it to the waist seam, like if there's a waistline seam, or even, I wouldn't add it to a dart or anything, because that'd be bulk. Anywhere where there wouldn't be a lot of bulk, I guess. If it's nice, lightweight, clear elastic, you could add it to the arms. But yeah, you could put it in a lot of places that would help. I mean, I always do that with kids' clothes with the waistline. If it has like a gathered waistline, I always add clear elastic, because kids stretch things out, this way, that way, every way. So my ideas outweigh my ability to complete. Yeah, no kidding. It's not so much that I can't do it. It's just the time. And then when you get under pressure, I just refuse to put myself under pressure anymore. But when you get under pressure, then that's when you make mistakes. I think. That's when I make mistakes. And when I start making a lot of mistakes, I know I need to stop. Like, if I'm sewing late into the night, if I start making mistakes where I've got to rip things out, 2 or 3 times, like, I'll do that once, and then I'll turn around in another seam and do it again. Then I know, like, it's just, I might as well go to bed, because it's not gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are like that, but there just comes a point where you just have to stop. Yeah, I wanted to go to that Love Notions retreat badly, because I was tried to sign up for it, and it was sold out in like 5 minutes. But I didn't know if maybe as an ambassador they would have let me work, part of it or something. I really wanted to go. I was on the wait list, but it didn't happen anyway. So hopefully the next one they have will be in their little space, and it's not that far for me, so I could probably go. Yeah. Love Notions retreat is on my, yeah, me too, Kim. Me too. Late night is your prime sewing time. Ah, that's good. I'm a night owl sometimes, but the older I get, the more I become a morning person, which is crazy. I was never a morning person before. And now that my husband's home, we sit there and have coffee and watch the news and talk in the morning, and then I'll be like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. I think I should probably get going on something. So yeah, it's really nice to spend time together, but it also, like, I need to, like, be better about getting up here a little earlier in the day than what I do. Mary Kay says she does her best work under pressure. Yes, that's me too. Allison is going to my local sewing shop for group sessions, but sewing channels help. Yep, they do. They sure do. When will they have another Love Notions retreat? I don't know. I don't know. The answer to that, I don't think they're not planning one at this point right now. They opened their workshop, so I'm sure they're planning on having some kind of workshops. Whether they'll have like a retreat at a hotel, I don't know. She hasn't really said, but I don't think, because it's so up in the air, everything is right now, I don't know. I don't think that they're planning anything at this point, but I'll let you know if I hear anything, though, for sure. Anne's in Canada. Look at the Johns Hopkins map of coronavirus and you'll understand USA is totally red. Whew. Yikes. I didn't know that. Libby says, I got my most sewing done late at night too. Yeah, I used to be that way, but just not anymore. Yeah, that's what I heard also, Tamara. I haven't heard anything about a retreat, just that they want to use that workshop space, I know, but they're going to have to socially distance and everything, at this point. And says the retreat I went to was a shop and we slept at home. Oh, okay. That'd be okay to be cheaper that way for sure. Yeah, those are really nice, but I want them to update it. That's the one thing I will say about that book, because the names of the things don't match what it says in the store a lot of times, and then you have to just kind of figure it out. And I usually can, but just know that there's a few things that I think they should update it to the names that they're calling them now, instead of what they called them 20 years ago or whatever. Because the names of things have really changed. I mean, what is Liverpool now? We used to call double knit. Double knit pantsuits were the rage in the 70s, and We used to call that, and now a lot of the bullet in Liverpool is just like the double knit was back then. So, yep. Japan won't let anybody into their country if they're coming from the U.S. Ay, ay, ay. That's horrible. We are, it doesn't feel like it's that bad here, but I don't know. Our county isn't that bad. Lucas County, though, which is Toledo, is red. Our county is orange. But I only know one person. Of all the people I know, I only know one person who had it. So I'm not sure those maps are super accurate. I think that a lot of it is because they're doing more testing and they weren't doing it before. And I also think that I know that here in the U.S., when they count a death, they count if any, like, let's say you're dying of cancer in the hospital and you catch COVID while you're there. You had COVID, but that's not really why you were dying. But it's still counted as a COVID death. And there have been a number of people who've said that their parents or whatever it was called a COVID death when they really didn't die of COVID. So I'm not sure about that. All I know is I'm glad that God is smarter than me, for sure. And I don't know what the right answer is about any of this stuff, except that, you know, I'm glad there's somebody bigger than me, for sure. Wow, I did not know that, Leslie. Oh, I did stretch and sew patterns too. Loved them. Loved them, loved them. Yeah, I think it's, to me, that's the same texture that the double knit used to have. It is the Liverpool. Might be a slight bit thinner, but yeah, to me, it's exactly what it was. Wow, you know, whole families that got it. So yeah, my sister-in-law had it, and I was around her 4th of July, and she tested positive on the 7th. And she got pretty sick, but she never had to go to the hospital. But we had to be quarantined, of course. But yeah, we both tested negative. So nobody else at the 4th of July party got it from her. So I don't know. I just, it's hard for me to think about it being that bad because I just don't know that many people with it. So maybe it's just a weird coincidence. But we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing too, so that could be part of it. Yes. You know what's weird about their Bengaline, Katie? But at Hobby Lobby, I have some too that I bought, and I made some Sabrina Slims with them. The stretch is the opposite. I don't know if yours is like that, but the stretch goes the opposite direction. It stretches in length instead of this way, so just know that when you're cutting it, because you might need to cut it the opposite way. It's very weird. Oh, really, Chris? Wow, I remember Trigger. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Double knits when I was in junior high, man, that's what we were making, double knit pants. And then, you know, in the 1980s and 90s, we were like, oh, those are gross. We wouldn't wear those to save our lives then, and now it's all back in style. Exactly. Most people will recover. That's true. Yes. If we would all just do that, you know, if we would all do that, they could open stuff back up. But it opens my eyes, you know, when you see like people losing their businesses, people, you know, so there's got to be like a balance there, I think that. But if everybody did the masks and stuff, then they could have things safely open. but I don't know. Okay, yeah, because I just wanted to tell you before you cut anything out, because I almost cut them the wrong way, and then it would have just been stretching this way. But yeah, and actually it's a kind of a bonus, because when you lay stuff out the opposite direction, it usually takes less fabric. So you might end up having a little more than you thought. Yep. And 70s are like throwback now. Like, that's the old stuff, and that's just, you know, that was my high school days. So, oh, I do too. I have some do so, and I have just about all of the ladies stretch and sew patterns still. They're good. They're good blocks. They're really good. Um, I should probably bring them out and make some things with them. I remember that was my first experience at pattern hacking, was to use stretch and sew and change them up. I'm sure you guys did that. You know, you'd make it into a polo. I mean, they taught you how to do that stuff, which is really cool. They were a really cool thing, and I don't know where they went, or maybe Ann Person died, and then nobody kept it going. But it was fantastic, great training, and my mom and I went to all those classes, and it was a great memory to have together too. ITY is like, Verna, to answer your question, she asked about why does ITY hard to sew. It's slinky and super stretchy, so you need to be careful that you either use a hump jumper, a walking foot, or all of the above, and make sure that it doesn't get pulled down into the machine, because it can real easily, just because it's so stretchy. And also it slips, so walking foot's a real good idea with it. It definitely does better on the serger than the sewing machine if you have one. I've found that it doesn't slide as much if I use my serger. So yeah, ITYs can be really interesting to work with. I find them probably one of the most challenging fabrics, and there's not really any that I think are that terrible that I wouldn't use them. And I love ITY wearing it and everything. But yeah, it's slippery and slinky. So, yeah. Yep. Buy an Izod symbol. I remember buying those little things. They would be like different animals instead of alligators. Wow, that's cool. I did not know that, Rebecca. They don't have anything warning you about that at the Bengaline on Hobby Lobby, though. They don't they don't tell you that at all. I have one book, and I treasure one stretch and sew book, and I treasure it because my mom took notes in there. So it's really cool to see her writing, and you know, um, miss her. And we used to sew together so much. So um, yeah, it's cool to see that, when I pull that book out. Memories. I don't know if they're available. Maybe eBay. I don't think you can just buy them anywhere, but there might be some people selling them though. Oh, Brenda, I'm so sorry. Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. And you're in Michigan, right? Wow. Yeah, the stores are more limited for you in Hawaii. And then do you have to pay extra shipping too? Um, I just, remember going in Hawaii, just trying to find a regular store when we were there. It was hard. Like ABC stores. They didn't have fabric though. We were just visiting, but you just want milk or something, and it was hard to, like, in the tourist area anyway, it was hard to find just regular stuff, that wasn't like souvenirs. Hello, Debbie. Nice to see you. Yeah, I never got rid of them, and I think it's because of my mom that I didn't get rid of them. But I think, I needed to pull those out and trace a new pattern for myself, because obviously the one that I did in 1975 is not going to fit anymore. Yeah, or 70, maybe I might have been a little bit later than 75. But yeah, I can't remember if I was already out of high school or when I didn't sew that much when I was in nursing school. So I was either in high school or my a newlywed, because I sewed once we got married. I sewed a lot then. ABCs, yeah, they are. I remember seeing one on every corner, like when we were in the in Hawaii. Not so much as much in Maui, but like on the main Big Island, we saw so many. Aw, Linda. Aw, she bought a pretty color zipper and then looked for a fabric to match it. That's so sweet. It's funny what inspires us, isn't it? Like, you just find like this piece of fabric or something, or a zipper in that case, and then you got to find how you can use it. So that's really fun too. Well, y'all, it's after 4, and I promised my husband I'd cook him a steak, so I probably should let you all go and go do that for him. Have a fabulous day. Anybody have questions before I sign off? Yeah, I think you're right, Katie. Yep. Uh, Practice makes perfect. You're right, Lisa. You have a blessed week too. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to sign off for now, but I'll catch you on the Facebook group. And that surgery review will be coming up in a few days. And I've got some other things up my sleeve. I am going to do a doll video when I get all my doll stuff done for the holidays. I'm going to share like maybe some tips on how, on sewing doll clothes. They're not that hard, but there are some fun tips. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Happy sewing.